Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to watch this interesting video. It's called My Ex-Husband Was Sleeping With My Father. Love don't judge.
When I found out that my dad and my husband at the time were sleeping together, I felt betrayed. My ex-husband gave me HIV. I never knew that social media could be so brutal. They make me feel like I am a walking disease. My mom was there when the doctor told me that I was HIV positive.
I was devastated.
You go your HIV medicine. She told me she was HIV positive maybe a week or two into us dating.
I knew I needed to tell him before I met him in person. I was nervous that Brendan wouldn't want to be with me.
I was already in love with her from like the first interaction, so it didn't bother me.
As long as you're taking your medicine every single day, you can live. It helps with my immune system so that it will be 0% chance for me to give my partner HIV or even pass it down to my children. Side effects that I personally received was short memory loss. It did cause me to have anxiety and depression. I am currently on meds as well for that. I know the side effects can be very scary, but I'd rather have side effects than to be dying. But he was the cutest. I told Brendan in the first month of us dating, if he was serious, prove it. And he did just that.
Hold off. Before we get into him getting a tattoo, that was a lot. Your ex-husband was with your daddy, and you ain't know, and he also gave you that permanent disease, HIV. And I know people say you can be undetectable with that medicine, but I would hate to get into an argument with her or somebody that's positive, because all they got to say is, what? And I ain't been taking my medicine for the last month. Now what? They can always say that to beat you in any argument. And what can you say? Now you scared, you thinking that you need to go get checked. How do you know if they've been taking their medicine? They can always beat you in any argument by saying, and I ain't been taking my medicine in 3 months. Look now, you better go get checked up. They can always say that and be lying. That's why that's a little bit scary, but I'm glad she disclosed it because most people wouldn't. And this is a great man for still sticking with her, understanding and going and learning the process. I do think he is a little crazy for getting her name tattooed on those potato-shaped arms.
Where your tattoo at?
To find love after HIV, it's not easy at all because so many people are uneducated about it. You have to tell them, hey, I'm HIV positive, and hopefully you accept me. But if not, I gotta try again. This is our wedding photo, and this is my beautiful family. My ex-husband is the person that gave me HIV, who knew he had it, and he had it for many years.
Disgusting.
I was 19 years old and just had a baby. This is actually my favorite photo of us. This is when we was in the beginning of our happy place, even though I didn't know he was living a double life. It's never easy to talk about how my dad introduced me to my ex-husband. My dad said this is one of his friends. Everyone knew that I was the preacher's kid, so they have this obsession over preacher's daughters. And my dad wanted me to marry, and he introduced us because he felt like we would be a good fit. I thought that he was just a member of my dad's church. I wanted to get away, but I felt trapped. I don't even look the same. I looked depressed and I was losing weight. I also believed that I was HIV positive here and I did not know, and you can tell from my cheekbones. I'm starting to look sick. And this is when I was pregnant with our daughter Elizabeth. When I found out that my dad and my husband at the time were sleeping together, I felt betrayed. I felt disgusted. I felt like I wasn't worth anything, and I didn't believe in the word loyalty anymore. I don't talk to my dad anymore, but my ex-husband does pop in and pop out. I did lock him up. I was really nervous when I first told Brendan that I have a horrible past.
I was more so shocked than anything. It did make me angry. That's supposed to be her father. And for him to set her up the way he did, it was, honestly, it was horrible.
I'm still strong, more than ever.
I love her honesty, her bravery, and her goofiness, even though she's sometimes
aggravating. I wanted people to know that there is life after HIV. I'm married to a man who is HIV negative. I have 3 children who is HIV negative. A lot of people didn't understand why I told the world that I am HIV positive. This video got the most hate comments. Not being funny, but he voluntarily invited HIV into his life. Was he positive already? Not judging, just curious.
It's a lot of ignorant people who just think HIV is a death sentence.
A lot of people think that we do this for clout, which is weird, because who want to get clout off having HIV?
A lot of people think it's fake, honestly.
Yeah. Comments like, you're selfish for having kids, you're selfish for being married to a man who is HIV negative, let him be with a woman who's HIV negative. Sometimes I would read people saying that I need to die and that I don't deserve my husband, even after everything that I have been through with my past marriage. I feel sorry for him now, he's going to catch it too. People make me feel like I am not human. They make me feel like I don't belong here.
Now, this is what I'll say to her. Don't make your identity this diagnosis and this disease that you'll have for the rest of your life. Stop making your identity how I live as a woman with this disease. You don't need to keep saying that. Just say how I live as a woman. You don't gotta say how I live as a black woman. Just say how I live as a woman. Stop putting that constraint on you. Just live your life. You good. But what I will say is this is a case of why I understand why women are the way that they are. Her father, pastor father, the man that she's supposed to trust, set her up with a man who was positive, knew he was infected, and was messing with the father. And that was her husband. So the 2 men she's supposed to trust, both of them betrayed her. And at 19, this woman was a child. And these people betrayed her like that, did her dirty like that. Disgusting. So I feel for her, all the other women that have gone through similar situations, and I totally understand because people out here are evil. And unfortunately, in her case, those people were her husband and her father. At 19 years old, her pastor father at that.
Here, and that I am a walking disease. That if I touch them, they're gonna get it as well, and that hurts. I never knew that social media could be so brutal.
But after a while, the judgment really didn't affect us at all.
He better accept you, he gave it to you.
A lot of people don't really pay attention, but a lot of people think that I'm the one that gave it to her.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that children also take HIV medicine even though they're not positive. They have to take it the first 3 weeks of them being born. Even though they are negative, you have to go through a process as a HIV woman having children. I support you, honey, no matter what. I am positive as well, and my husband is negative. Thank you for uplifting me. Social media definitely have made my marriage stronger because it just tested everything. It just made us love each other even more because people want our marriage to fail so bad. All right, sit back, girls. Get closer. Y'all like y'all gonna bite each other. Say cheese. What is it like to see your mom talk about having HIV?
But he shouldn't know that kind of stuff.
You think so? Okay. Do you think people treat mommy different
Yes. Yeah.
for having HIV? How they make you feel that they treat mommy bad?
Man.
So we're about to go to the park to meet my mom. At first, my mom thought that Brandon wasn't genuine. She thought my husband was a serial killer.
Well, hold on. Well, ma'am, this is what I say. Just take your marriage off social media, take your relationship off social media, and just talk about your HIV without putting your family in it. That's for real. People are always going to criticize, and that shouldn't be a test to your marriage. Just take your marriage offline. Stop allowing people to inject themselves in y'all situation. Take them out. And if you want to put your kids on there, go ahead. I just think that's a little weird. There are too many creeps out here to have the kids online talking about HIV. That's a little weird to me.
She did not understand why would someone want to be with someone with HIV and 2 kids. Your shoes are wrong feet, baby. She definitely was being judgmental, but she didn't know the education behind HIV and AIDS. So she was just being like everyone else who doesn't know how it works.
I thought it was too good to be true, pretty much. I was like, okay, do he know what's going on? Wait a minute, are you sure? But he was a pretty cool guy.
My mom was there when the doctor told me that I was HIV positive. I can tell that she wanted to cry and slide down the wall, but she was trying to be strong for me because she could not believe that the doctor just told her daughter this.
Honestly, I was devastated, but I had to pretty much be strong for her. I put my strongness on. Hey, Mom. Hey, what's going on? Hey.
So, how do you feel about me being positive and him being negative?
At first, I was afraid. I think that's when I asked you. I said, you know, you sure he knows? Because, yeah. But I could tell that he was in love with you when he, you know, when you told him. Maybe because of what people say. It's not, you know, it's not that I thought he was crazy because you're a great woman, actually. You're the best. And I knew you would have been an awesome wife because you watched me. But, you know, most people would be like, oh, no, I can't do it. Oh, I've heard people say, ew, you know, why would he put himself in that type of predicament or whatever. Yeah.
How do you feel about how his family did me?
I didn't want to say that because I like peace. You know, I could have just went in on his family because of the way that they were doing and to hear you cry, you know. But what made me not do it is him. Because at the end of the day, he always had your back.
The reaction that my family gave was not a good reaction. It was more so of a biased reaction when it comes down to the situation, due to the fact they were not educated.
How old were you and how old was my dad when y'all conceived me?
Well, me and your dad started at 15. I was 15. I was looking for love at a church because I was hurt. Things caught up with him, you know, and he went to jail. But I still didn't think he was wrong because I was still young. I was still a child. But now that, you know, during therapy and everything else that happened, you know, I see that.
I was shocked at some of the things that you went through, Ma. And the fact that you still here made me realize that I can be strong too.
Yeah, I had to be strong because your siblings, I had to be strong. You know, we all went through a lot. I was lost when when you first came. I was lost. I felt like I was by myself. You know, his letters used to come from jail, and I just gave up. You know, but I didn't give up on you. And I'm still not giving up. But this dude right here, I mean, even through your emotional roller coasters, he stood there. And that's what I knew, you know. They're inseparable. No matter who comes in, say something, you can't pull them apart, no matter what. That's what I love about him.
Oh,
this is
goodness gracious! Why is this so long? What are they writing now?
Years ago. Okay, I want the world to know that the stigma is a lie. Because the drama say cheese. And that you can be HIV positive and still marry a man who's HIV negative. And you can have children who also could be HIV.
Okay, that's the
negative.
end of it?
I felt passionate. I was about to go in.
Cool. That seems like the end of it. The last final thoughts that I would say is I hope both of them get healthy, go on a weight loss journey for them kids. They got 3 young kids, and health is wealth. It's more important than these videos, than all of this. And both of them seem like they could lose a good amount of weight so that they can extend their lifespan for those kids. Not trying to shame nobody, none of that stuff, but you losing weight, both of y'all, can help prevent some other health conditions that can prevent y'all from enjoying the rest of your lives with y'all children. Y'all can cut y'all lives short and y'all experience with y'all children short because of your health, because of those extra pounds, because of that weight. Cut that weight down. Do whatever you can. 50 pounds is better than 0 pounds. Cut that weight, and get healthy, get y'all lives straight. Y'all already strong, y'all got a great support system, and I'm rooting for y'all. Best of luck to y'all and y'all family. Guys, let me know down below in the comments what your guys' thoughts are. Let me know if you heard the baby screaming in the back. I am out of here, guys. Peace. Oh, no, I'm not out of here. I'm back in here. I just remember what I was going to say. I was going to say the father has a tendency of taking advantage of young girls. He took advantage of this 15-year-old, did some awful things to her, the 15-year-old being this woman's mother, going getting locked up, doing all this stuff, and then he does this to his own daughter. This dude is sick. I hope he's locked up right now, and I'm not going to wish the worst on him, but I know karma get around. Now I'm out of here. Peace.